TikTok live streaming is one of the best ways to make money on TikTok Shop. Whether you're a beginner, you're a pro, doesn't matter. I'm going to go over all the things you need to know about TikTok live streaming in this video, and we are going to cover a lot, so bear with me here. We're going to go over how easy it is to switch your niches in lives, 3 ways to find winning products, how to build out a script for your live. We'll go over, violations. We'll go over mindset. We'll go over just an entire recap of everything. So very, very comprehensive video. And I'm going to try to make this as seamless and as smooth and easy for you to understand as possible. If you've have followed this account or just follow me on any other platforms, then I kind of try to tailor everything that I do for beginners and for even like experts. It depends on what I went over that day. So with that being said, my name is Gage. I run TikTok Titans. We're a TikTok shop marketing agency. We also run a Discord community with a bunch of amazing creators where we get, brand deals, all that good stuff. So I've been doing this for a while, and this is just my 2 cents on what I know about TikTok lives. That's how I got started in the space. So first off, why should you start doing TikTok shop live streaming? Well, it's literally as simple as this. The story about how we discovered live streaming, because we Titans as a group discovered TikTok lives early 2024. So this was before anybody was really talking about lives. What we learned was that it was the fastest way to get people that are complete beginners that they don't even have a TikTok shop account at this time. It was the fastest way for them to join the community and start making money almost instantly if they had the product maybe in their area at a retail store that they could hop on live and start selling. So that's why we started doing live streams, because it was the fastest way to start helping people make money whenever they join Titans. If you want the sustainable income, if you want the weekly income or even daily income, I guess I should say, and the security of knowing that you're going to be making money every single day on TikTok, I would recommend going live, because it's pretty much a way where you can tell yourself, I'm not hopping off live until I make $100 or until I make $200, depending on the product that you're promoting. Next, how easy is it to switch up your live streams, like your niche? If you're just strictly a video only creator, then once you target certain audiences, certain demographics for a while, that's kind of the people that are going to watch your videos, or TikTok's going to send your video to that crowd, that audience. And switching niches, it's really tough to honestly switch niches on a TikTok account. I'm trying to look around and find a product. For example, I have Goalie apple cider vinegar gummies right here. And if I was somebody that was just selling this product with videos, depending on how I sell the product, let's say I'm selling to women over 40, I can switch from this women over 40 to this product and still sell to women over 40. The issue I run into is or every video creator will run into eventually, is maybe you are seeing a lot of people make money with some WD-40. Don't ask me why that's on my desk, but it is. It's very hard to switch up the people you're selling to. With TikTok live streams, it's not like that, because essentially what live streams do is it's a bottom of funnel for people that maybe have already seen 2 or 3 videos of the product. They just haven't converted into actual buyers. So live streaming, you're basically getting warm buyers a lot of times, not always, but a lot of times you're getting warm buyers. So you can switch up niches pretty easily with lives. You can sell to 65-year-old grandmas one live, switch up a product, and it's going to send you, kids that are 18 years old. Now, how do you find winning products for lives? So there's really 3 ways that I see and notice people finding different products for live streams. You can stay in your niche. So if you're doing supplements, if you're doing electronics, if you're doing home goods, you can kind of just stay in that realm and kind of sell the same products that are maybe popping off in that market. That's one way of doing it. The next way would be trend hopping. Trend hopping would be the example I used in a video I made forever ago. Was the day they attempted an assassination on Trump, people were making t-shirts of the picture, the famous Trump picture. Everyone made a lot of money doing that. That would be an example of trend hopping during like the election chaos. And then the third one would be getting paid hourly for retainers. Now there's some brands, I don't know about other groups, I can't speak on behalf of other groups, but I know in our group, whenever we give out a retainer, let's say that you are one of the 15 or one of the 10 creators we select for a brand. If you're somebody who really successful with live streams, chances are, instead of us coming to you and saying, hey, we'll pay you $500 for 15 videos, we might come to you and say, for 15 hours, we're going to give you $500, depending on your level, obviously. Next, whenever you are going live, whenever you are doing a live stream, you got to have a script. That's very, very important. If I'm going to set up a live for ashwagandha, actually, you know what? I'm going to grab my cologne. Okay. All right, I got the cologne here. That was impossible to find my actual cologne, but I just grabbed this. So let's pretend I'm selling this cologne on TikTok Live. What I would do, I would set up the product, have my little background, but I would also have the script. Now, here's where, this is what separates the big ballers and the big winners from the ones who aren't really making the big bucks on TikTok Live. So with something like cologne, it's very important that you use words that other people that are in that market understand. The script that I have here for cologne, and this is an exact script that I used for the Hawass cologne almost pretty much a year ago to the month. 6 to 8 hours, longevity, atomizer test, summer fragrance, selling fast, 2 more just picked up, free shipping. If you're in this live, it's free shipping for you. Low in stock, 3.4 ounces is the standard size. If you're not in cologne or not really in the cologne space or don't really follow along cologne, then you probably don't know what most people care about. So what you do is you do just, a basic Google search, or maybe use ChatGPT, and you ask it, what are some things people that are in that market care about? Well, longevity is really, really important. So the way that you read the script is what matters, and your tonality and the cadence in which you're talking. So if I just read that script and said, yeah, okay, 6 to 8 hours longevity, atomizer check, yes, it's a summer fragrance, selling fast, 2 more just picked up, let's go, free shipping. No one's gonna stick by or stick around and watch that. But if I'm like, okay, all right, guys, we got the cologne here. 6 to 8 hours is the longevity of this cologne. Let's do a little atomizer check. Man, look at that atomizer, guys. This is a really, really good summer fragrance, selling really fast right now. And 2 more people did just pick up the product. We're also giving out free shipping. If you're someone who's in this live, make sure you're adding it to your cart to lock in that price. This is low in stock right now, so grab it fast. This is also the standard size in cologne, 3.4 fluid ounces. And then you kind of go from there. But you can jump back and forth throughout the bullet points. The bullet points is basically just giving you a framework of, okay, what should I say next? 6 to 8 hours. Okay, this is selling fast. 2 more just picked up. And you'll get to the point where it's like, okay, I'm going to read line 4, then line 1, line 1, then line 8. And you get to that flow and to the point where you're dreaming about your script. And what you really want to happen with your live is you want to find a product that you can stick with for, I don't know, maybe realistically, if you could stick with a product for a month, that's really, really good. That's a long life for a product. So next, live streaming schedule. What does that look like for you? Well, I mentioned that earlier, kind of what that looks like. Everyone's schedule is going to be different. I would tell most people to break it up, go live twice a day, choose your time slots, and just stay consistent with that time. Don't skip out. Treat it like a job. I know some of you hate that word, but let's treat it like a job and force yourself to go live during that time period. And then I would go live at least an hour per time minimum. Violations. This one's a huge one. So TikTok lives are more prone to violations than, let's say, videos, because videos you can kind of appeal it. And if it's a good enough appeal where you're linked with an agency like Titans, then we can sometimes go through and on the back end message our people. They can get the violations fixed and you won't get hit with a million different things. But you got to be very careful with how you say your words on live. You can't talk about weight loss. You can't mention fat, disease. You can't mention or say certain words that just TikTok hates, because it'll just give you the violations, and that's a 6-point violation. You do that 4 times, your account's gone out of the program. So just be very careful with how you're talking and not saying certain words. There's even some products where you got to cover up words on the product. So be careful with your lives as far as violations. I guess the last thing I want to mention or say would be to make sure that you're making your live streams as aesthetically pleasing as possible. And in your live, let's say you're stuck at 5 viewers. If you're stuck at 5 viewers and you got your camera set up and you don't see the fluctuation of people coming in and out, then you got to be creative. Like whether it's you changing up your billboard on your lives, whether it's you changing up the background. I like having a little whiteboard. As you can see, I have like a calendar behind me, but I also have a massive whiteboard over here that you can use in your live streams. Because what that does is you can write down a bunch of things that maybe people wouldn't be able to know, or maybe one word might catch their eye as they're scrolling TikTok, and they might stop and listen to your live. But you are essentially an auctioneer. You're selling in real time, and this is the best way if you are a beginner to make money with TikTok Shop. The best way. You're going to learn sales in real time. You're going to watch what makes people want to buy a product. You're going to be able to convert people in real time. You're going to be able to answer questions in real time. This is one of the best skills you should be learning right now, because let me kind of give you a little PSA. AI is coming for creators' jobs. Artificial intelligence is coming to take your job if you are a creator. It cannot take your job if you are doing live streams. You know, you got a few more years where you're secured if you know how to do live streams, and you can make money with TikTok lives. So eventually that's going to get to the point where nobody wants to see real people. They just want to see artificial intelligence, because those people are perfect. They don't have this, raggedy facial hair look that I have going on. They don't have a bad hairline. They don't have wrinkles. They are perfect. They're the most charismatic individuals. They know everything. And you want to be somebody who is tapped into the live stream, would be, I guess, the way to put it. Have the mindset, get out there, win, make some money with TikTok Shop. And if you guys got any questions, comments, be sure to let me know wherever you're watching this video at, and I'll see you all in the next one.